JonBenét Ramsey. Who's in the house? The snow fell softly over Boulder, Colorado, on the night of December 25, 1996, blanketing the Ramsey home at 755 15th Street in a deceptive calm. Inside, the Christmas lights twinkled, casting a warm glow over the sprawling Tudor-style mansion. JonBenét Ramsey, a 6-year-old beauty queen with golden curls and a radiant smile, had spent the evening at a friend's holiday party, her sequin dress sparkling as she giggled with her brother, Burke. Her parents, John and Patsy, had tucked her into bed, exhaustion settling over the family after a day of celebration. But as the clock ticked past midnight, something or someone stirred in the shadows of the house. The next morning, Patsy descended the spiral staircase, her slippers silent against the wood. She froze mid-step. A 3-page ransom note lay sprawled across the steps, its jagged handwriting demanding $118,000, eerily close to John's recent bonus. Her heart raced as she screamed for John. Within minutes, the house buzzed with panic. JonBenét was gone from her bed, her blankets tossed aside. Patsy dialed 911 at 5:52 a.m., her voice trembling as she pleaded for help. John searched the house, his footsteps heavy, while Burke remained in his room, unaware of the chaos unfolding below. Police arrived swiftly, their boots crunching through the thin layer of snow outside. Officer Rick French scanned the home for signs of forced entry but found none, except for a broken basement window, its glass jagged from a past incident when John had locked himself out. He dismissed it, assuming no one could have squeezed through. Friends and family trickled in, offering comfort, their presence muddling the scene. The kitchen, where a bowl of pineapple sat untouched, became a hub of activity, fingerprints smearing potential evidence. Hours passed with no word from the supposed kidnappers. Detective Linda Arndt arrived, her eyes sharp as she watched John pace. At 1 p.m., she suggested he and a family friend, Fleet White, search the house again. John descended to the basement, a rarely used space cluttered with holiday decorations and Patsy's art supplies. He pushed open the door to a small wine cellar, its wooden latch unfastened. There, beneath a white blanket, lay JonBenét, her tiny body still, a garrote of nylon cord and a broken paintbrush handle tight around her neck. Duct tape covered her mouth, and a blow had fractured her skull. John's scream echoed through the house as he scooped her up, carrying her upstairs, tears streaming down his face. The discovery shattered the illusion of a kidnapping. The ransom note, the lack of footprints in the snow, and JonBenét's body still in the house pointed to a darker truth. But who was responsible? The only people known to be home that night were John, Patsy, and Burke. Suspicion fell on the family almost immediately. The police noted the note's length, unusual for a rushed crime, and its origin from a notepad in the house. Handwriting experts couldn't rule out Patsy as the author. Whispers grew louder. Had the Ramseys staged it all to cover up an accident? Yet, evidence hinted at another possibility, an intruder. A scuff mark from a boot, not matching any family member's shoes, marred the floor near JonBenét's body. The basement window, though small, stood open, a suitcase beneath it suggesting someone had climbed in or out. Drops of blood on her underwear yielded DNA from an unknown male, a genetic fingerprint that didn't match John, Patsy, or Burke. Lou Smith, a retired detective brought onto the case, championed this theory. He envisioned a predator lurking in the home, waiting for the family to sleep, perhaps entering through that forgotten window while they were at the party. Theories multiplied like shadows in the night. Some pointed to Burke, then 9, suggesting a sibling spat turned deadly, perhaps over that bowl of pineapple, followed by a parental cover-up. Others eyed outsiders. A neighbor playing Santa Claus who doted on JonBenét, or a drifter like John Mark Carr, who'd later confess but lack corroborating evidence. The truth remained elusive, buried beneath botched police work and a media frenzy that painted the Ramseys as villains. Days turned to weeks, then years. Patsy's fingerprints on the pineapple bowl fueled speculation, though it proved little beyond her presence in her own kitchen. The DNA profile, entered into Cody's in 2003, found no match. The grand jury voted to indict John and Patsy in 1999 for child endangerment, but the prosecutor declined to pursue it, citing insufficient evidence. Patsy died of cancer in 2006, still haunted by suspicion. John pressed on, advocating for advanced DNA testing, clinging to hope that the killer's identity hid in those genetic traces. On that fateful night, the house held its secrets close. Was it a family member, driven by impulse or desperation? Or an intruder, slipping through the cracks of a seemingly secure home? The snow outside melted, but the mystery lingered, a ghost in the halls of 755 15th Street. Nearly 3 decades later, JonBenét's voice remains silent. Her killer a phantom no one can name. The question echoes still. Who was in the house?